Hello, everybody, and welcome to... This is not Empires Arcadia. What is this? Legends of Arcadia Genesis. Wow, it's been a while since I've done that. Welcome to Legends of Arcadia Genesis. We are going to have a solo session today. We're going to figure out what Abbadon does in spring, which is why this episode is titled Springtime for Abbadon. That's why we were doing what we were doing beforehand. So, Nick, before we get going here... Anything you want to say to the world? You want to talk about your cat and how it's murdering you all the time?
Nah. We sort of just spoke about that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything I want to say to the world? Well, I mean, I'll make my usual plea to you, Neal, to play Warhammer Total War 2.
Oh my god. The pressure is mounting. We
should do a co-op campaign, Neal. Well, there you go. That would be fun.
Total War as a co-op? That sounds terrible. It sounds like Civilization as a co-op.
It's not so bad. You basically just alternate your turns. You're in a permanent alliance, and then during the battles, you can gift units to the other player so that they can help you control.
But isn't that the problem? Is that turns take so long in Total War that if you alternate, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna spend 10 minutes on my turn. Now I'm gonna sit for 10 minutes while they do their turn. And back. There's an element
of that, but you can still survey your empire during their turn.
Okay, I guess you could maybe keep an eye on some things. And I guess if you're playing with a friend, you can chat during it. And it might not be...
Exactly.
But a campaign of Total War already takes 40 hours to beat, you know?
It would take a long time. But you should play it either way. It's very good.
I don't know. This feels a lot like the Queen's Gambit, man.
Did you watch it?
I stopped the first episode halfway through because it was terrible, and then
come on,
my wife started watching it, and she asked me to come hang out with her while we watched it, and I just spent the entire time talking shit about it for the next 2 episodes in the middle of it. It's terrible. It's not good. Queen's Gambit, true. It's bad. It's outright bad.
Rotten Tomatoes, right? Average 100% critic, 96% viewer.
Yes, if you want to have a common opinion that just aggregates other people's opinion and you have no personal taste, go ahead and take Rotten Tomatoes as an aggregator.
Okay, sure. I mean, you can take your bad takes and your bad opinions. That's fine. You're welcome.
Okay, it's trivial. First off, you have this weirdly sexual character for no real apparent reason. And then her obsession with chess is kind of weird and bland. And let's also say that she has no personality. All of the supporting cast have interesting characters. And she's just I'm going to look coy and forlorn. And oh me, oh my, I have no facial expressions the whole time.
I don't know. Maybe if you watch the whole thing, you might understand the character a bit more.
Maybe. You know. But
And anyway, you say you can't use Rotten Tomatoes, but we're here. You think it's bad, I think it's good. We're trying to argue about whose opinion is right, and I have supporting evidence. Whether you question it or not, it's more supporting evidence than you've got.
Well, you're looking for absolute truth. You're looking for this has a true value of good or bad, when in reality, all opinions are completely subjective. So you can't,
that's true.
You know...
Hawks out says Neal just hates smart women.
She's not smart, is the thing. She's a chess prodigy, but she's not intelligent in and of herself in any way, shape, or form. She has no interesting lines.
People say my camera's off. It should be all right now. I don't know. My camera is just a bit weird sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone else agreeing with you, Neal. So
I don't see anyone else agree. Oh, there are people.
Yeah, wait.
You.
There is. Yeah. It's okay. We'll let it go. Oh, wait. Let's just try to check Metacritic for total. For what's the one you like? Attila.
Oh, Attila Total War. Yeah, I love that.
That's got an 80. Pretty good. Let's see what Warhammer 2's got. Warhammer 2. Why isn't that coming up?
Because it's so bad, no one's reviewing it.
87. There we go.
Yeah, because you got all the Warhammer junkies who are oh, it's Warhammer, it's gotta be good, you know? This is another problem with the Warhammer Total War game, is that clearly they're here's this cool existing franchise, let's just slap these things together and make a game out of it. And that way we can jerk money from all the Total War players and all the Warhammer people. Yay, cash cow, everybody. That's the whole premise behind Warhammer Total War. And so that's why they put together a half-assed total. The first one was shit. I haven't played the second one, you know? I'm just saying, it comes from a financial...
That makes it good, though, is that the problem with the older Total War games is there's just not enough difference in the factions. It gets boring quickly, whereas like Warhammer Total War's got vastly different factions with completely different play styles and unique mechanics, each one different. It's got unique lords for every faction that have different bonuses and different skill trees. It's really fun, cool.
I will grant you that the factions in the other Total War games aren't that different. But that's fine for me. I tend to, really only play one or two factions anyway, based on their starting positions on the map. And then it's more about like the strategic layer rather than the like, ooh, now I've got dwarves instead of humans.
Well, no, there's more strategic options because there's additional mechanics for each of the different factions, more choices.
More choices a better game does not make.
No, but it's one element of why it's better. I'm not saying that that's the only reason it's better. You haven't even played it. Well, I haven't played it.
Yeah, but I'm basing off of the Total War Warhammer, the first one, not the second one.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I live under a rock. I really only like a very small section of things, and I am, a cranky old man who just likes to talk shit all the time. You shouldn't listen to me, guys. Nick is a much more well-rounded person with accepting views of the world and good taste. Right. I'm kind of the cranky old nerd, so.
All right, we'll light you off.
Thank you.
In this case.
Anyway, we're here because we're gonna play some Dungeons and some Dragons, and we're gonna see what Abbadon does during springtime. So Verossi has left. Martha has arrived. The party is in Acropolis, and everyone's gonna go off and do their own things for up to 3 months.
Oh.
So
that's quite a long time.
Yeah, that's actually quite a long time. I don't know if we don't all have to spend all 3 months. Depending on how these play out, we'll see where we end up.
Okay, so is there any sort of, in the town Acropolis, is there a library? Don't know if the world had books that just came into existence, but then who wrote them? Maybe they're all just written by Malchus, I don't know.
Let's on my note. Have some information on the stuff in Acropolis. Go.
Oh, I just thought, do you know what would be a really good addition to your character sheets?
Oh, please tell me.
So, when you fill in all your spells, what you've got for the day, some button that you could press that would then print it to the chat. Because I end up just writing my spells out so that chat knows what I've got, and you know what I've got, right? So I'm not changing them. But it would be nice if I could just put the ones or the twos or whatever in my actual spell list, and then just click some button, and it would print it.
That is a clever idea.
Thank you. Is it worth some XP?
Let me find a note so I can actually write this down and I don't forget about it.
Okay. Right. How much XP do I actually need to get level 5? Is it 10,000? Priest experience levels. Oh, 13,000. Okay, it's going to be a little while.
Okay. Made a note. Organized my desk yesterday. It is already a clusterfuck.
This is what I try and explain to Fran. There's no point trying to clean it. It's just going to get dirty again immediately after. It's just not worth the effort.
I mean, every now and then you kind of need to deep clean when the stuff piles up a little bit too much, but the day-to-day is just, it's a work zone, right? It's always going to be messy.
She'll always be sweeping the kitchen floor right before I start cooking. It's there's just no point. It's going to get dirty again. Just do it. Wait, do it after dinner.
Yeah.
God damn it! Sorry.
What?
Just getting angry thinking about it.
About the sweeping?
Yeah. No, not really.
All right. There is no library in Acropolis. It is library-less. Let's
Okay.
throw up some town music. Background sounds.
What about the temples in town? Is there just one to Malchus, or is there like a general temple with all the gods in it?
It is Malchus's region, but yeah. So we're gonna have two major temples in town. We're gonna have one sort of generalist temple, and then we're gonna have the grand temple to Malchus.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go to the generalist temple, and I'll keep going back there every day for a few days. And I want to like get a little notebook. And is it the same as in like all the other campaigns, right? It's like the gods just in a big circle around the temple.
Yeah. You got like the circle, and then you've got the inner circle for the upper and the lower gods, and everyone's got their own positions, and there's little statues to everybody. Yeah.
So I'm not a very good drawer, but I will get like a notebook and a pencil or something, and I want to sketch all of the gods, write their name, draw their symbol, any little tidbits of information that I can get from the priests I'd like to write down. I think it probably amounts to Abbadon knowing what's in that little, in the little image with all the gods that you have.
Yeah.
We'll spend some time doing this.
Okay. And you're doing this on paper with pen, or with ink and quill?
Or a pencil. Do pencils exist? I guess not. No, so with a pen then.
Yeah. Do you have any money?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit?
Let's see. I've got 6 silver and 8 gold.
Okay. So you're going to have to probably spend some of that to get the ink and the quill and the paper. You can get cheap papyrus, moderately expensive, parchment, or pricey paper. Paper will last the longest, or not last long. I think parchment actually lasts longer, but paper will fold easier, and you can like fold it up into a nice little thing and put it in your pocket. But whereas the parchment is a little bit stiff, and so you might be able to roll it over something, but it's going to be a little bit bulkier, but it'll last longer. And then papyrus is just kind of cheap across the board.
How expensive is paper are we talking here?
Paper is 1 gold per page, buddy.
Okay, we're not doing paper. What about parchment?
Parchment is 6 silver a page.
Okay.
Papyrus is 3 silver a page.
How big is a page?
Regular paper page. Printer paper page.
So if I spent 3 gold on parchment, I could get 5 pages.
Yes.
That's probably enough, so I'm going to do that. I spent 3 gold on parchment.
Great. Ink is super fucking expensive as well. That's 8 gold for ink.
What about just some charcoal or something like that?
Oh yeah, you can just grab some charcoal, no problem. That's free.
Yeah.
Just steal it out of someone's fire, or grab some ashes from somewhere. You can find that if you spend some time.
Yeah.
And then you don't need a quill. You got charcoal.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't need to, I'm not trying to be an artist here, I'm just trying to, I'll say I've got 1 pound of charcoal. Just want to be able to sketch out what they look like, and their sigil, and maybe some information, some keywords, that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah. You can jot down sigils, words, relative information. You want to do it for all the deities or just the important ones? Because there's like 28 of them total.
I mean, kind of all of them, yeah.
Yeah, what's fine? You got 5 pages, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
Should
can
be
do it.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah, you spend a day finding these resources, going through the temple, making notes. You'll see various priests and a cleric or two coming by to see what you're doing, but they leave you in peace when they see you're doing some sort of meditation or study or ritualistic thing. They'll leave you be. Maybe like when it gets a little bit later, you'll find that someone has left you like a mug of water and a small bowl of rice at your side.
Nice.
The priests are trying to, take care of those that come, especially clerics that arrive, especially the wardens of the valley.
Okay, that's good. I mean, I guess I might get into some conversations with these priests throughout the time, ask them about a few of the gods. at some point I'll ask them, do they know which ones are here? Do they know where any of them are?
Well, we do. Yes, of course we know who's here. Ooh, it's a little loud. Hold on. Let's see. Today is March. March 24th? February, March. So, in the world today, we have Martha, Matrigal, Reluna, Chis, Jexel, Velthara, Ponos, our great Lord Malchus, creator of humanity, builder of our city, protector of our valley, lord of everything. That is all who is here today.
Say them again, sorry?
Martha, goddess of life and creation. Matrigal, goddess of hope. Reluna, goddess of passion. Chis, goddess of appearances and, notions and the way things appear to be. Jexel, our dear god of luck and wine, son of Malchus, our great lord. Velthara, goddess of vengeance. Ponos, goddess of fear. And Malchus. Of course, we all know Malchus, our lord and savior.
Of course.
Man of chaos himself.
Is Ponos not suffering?
He is suffering. Good, I was testing you.
Okay.
Terasa is the goddess of fear. She has left the world, a couple weeks ago.
That sounds like a good thing. And Martha, do you know where she is? How I could find her?
Martha is everywhere. She is in you and in me. But if you mean where her avatar is walking presently on this earth, I do not know. Would you like to call to her? Perhaps she may answer your prayers. She is
Perhaps.
among us.
I shall consider it. I think I will see what lies beyond this valley. See if any of the gods reach out to me.
Where will you go, my son?
East. Past the mountains. Do you know of it? Have you ever been?
I have never been, but they say there's a great plain dotted with sporadic hills, cut with rivers that leads to a great lake, upon the other side of which is a great forest inhabited by the children of Astaire.
Interesting. Is there any other cities?
Hearthhome is another city. If you leave the mountains, follow the northern river to downstream, and it should run into Hearthhome.
Thank you for your wisdom, priest.
Of course.
And thank you for the hospitality the last few days. The rice and water is not going unnoticed. And I guess I'll hand them a silver piece.
He folds it back into your hand and says, "Thank you for protecting our valley. I know your attempts have not always been as successful as we would like, but without you and your companions, we all would have been overrun by now."
I know. Thank you. I suppose I'll take credit where it's given. Not that I feel I deserve any. And I shall leave. And I want to convert some gold into iron.
Yeah. You can probably convert, 1 gold into 2 iron, but then there's probably some, smithing time. So you can get, 1 iron and 3 silver for your 1 gold, which is...
What if I give 3 gold for 6 iron, and I'll give, 2 silver as well? Is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that math works out.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. And I will gather some... I need, a weapon to be able to... No, sorry, I mean... How cold does it get?
Well,
It doesn't get that cold, right?
It does get chilly in the winter because it's been snowing. You're at the very beginning of spring, so it can get quite chilly, or it could be kind of nice. You know how that springtime weather goes.
I clutch at my halfling's feet and assume that the weather will hold. With some good luck. So I'll buy some rations.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, do I already have rations on here? I don't, so... How much do rations cost and weigh?
I think it's 2 silver for a day's rations, as long as you don't need them for like standard rations. You can buy more expensive rations that won't perish. These are like, you know, some bread, some cheese, some fresh fruit, some water, maybe some berries or something like that. And you can like haul them around with you, but they're going to go bad in a couple of days. Like the bread will get stale, the berries will get smushed, the cheese will mold.
It's looking like berries, actually. Can I cast good berry? No, I don't think so. It's level 1, isn't it? Oh no, it's level 2. I can cast it. Okay. Well, good then. Should be fine. So I'll buy 2 days worth of rations.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 silver.
Yeah, I suppose. Or the mathematician here.
How much does it weigh?
2 pounds.
Each one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Surprisingly, people generally eat about 2 pounds worth of food a day. It doesn't seem like that, but if you take breakfast, lunch, and dinner into account, and you're trying to like be, you know, traveling food, it's about 2 pounds of food.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm lightly encumbered carrying my bag.
Mm-hmm.
And with my rations in tow, I've got my iron coins, my holy sigil, my lucky halfling's feet, and I will. Let me just finalize my spells, and I will. You know, I've got all my stuff in my backpack. I've got my rope hanging off my shoulder. I've got my rations, and I'll walk fresh-faced to the east road out of town.
You reach the edge of town, and you can look out. See that there's not much out there. You can see mountains, of course. As you look at the world map, you can see that there are mountains over here, mountains over here. Whoops, that's the hill. Those are hills. This is a mountain. This is a mountain, and there's that little path that'll take you this way. And the guy said the northern river, which is definitely this river right here. You know, you can follow that to Hearthhome.
So follow the river south.
Okay.
That's what we meant. Wait. Let me fix my spells before we get too much further.
Good idea.
Yeah.
You need those spells to be figured out ahead of time, don't you?
Yeah, don't want to... Although last week it would have been better to have suggestion. That's what I switched out for slow. And suggestion would have got us past those guys much easier.
Many things would have gotten you past those guys much easier.
Yeah. What's a good spell type? What's Okay. Right, I've got... Fate and magic. Tangle was fear. Two. Chant, Goodberry, and a Dust Devil.
Splendid.
Alright, I set out on the road. I'll walk, I'll get to this river. And he said...
Yeah, there's not much of a trail, and this will be... Each of these hexes is 5 miles, and since there's not like a proper road, there's like some small trails here and there. You can go about 20 miles in a day, which is going to be 4 tiles. So that's pretty easy. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay, so do I see anything in the day, or am I just walking through empty grassland?
Well, you're going to pass a couple of villages in this tile up here. And then when you get to here, the trail kind of dissipates. You know, it looks like anyone that has traveled out this way then begins to sort of split in different directions, and you lose the trail entirely, and you kind of just have to follow the mountains by sight. However, roll for encounter. Let me pull up my list of creatures in the plains. Monsters. 2E sortable monsters. Sort by frequency in the plains. Go. All right. All you pass on your first day of traveling is this band of, what would you call them? Wanderers, gypsies, travelers of some sort. It's a group of 6. They have a small wagon, which is like struggling through the plains. Wagons are really meant for roads, and out on the plain with all the little gopher holes and the little mounds and everything, the wagon's moving at like quarter speed. Half speed typically, and then every now and then like a wheel falls off, or there's like a weird thing that they have to like, everyone gets to like lift the wagon and try and turn it, and the oxen pull, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's pulled by a single ox, and you got what appears to be a family of gypsies. A family, I don't know if gypsy's not quite the right word here. What do you call like the Irish gypsies? The traveler folk, the caravanning people.
Travelers.
Just travelers?
Or gypsies.
Gypsies? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One of these sorts
maybe you're thinking of Romanies?
No, I'm thinking, did you ever see... God, what's that movie where Brad Pitt plays the boxer?
Snatch.
Snatch.
Hey, it's a gypsy.
Yeah, okay, gypsy. Got it.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a specific term for like the, British, Irish gypsy folk, as opposed to like the Romani gypsies.
Gyppo?
I don't know.
Irish, they're called Irish travelers is actually the
okay.
name that's used. Yeah.
Irish travelers. So I guess that's all the same shit. Some sort of, traveling nomadic folk that live in small groups.
All right, I will actually go and speak to them. I'm aware that I look rather intimidating. But I don't care too much. I'll call out to them. Hello there, friends. No. May I speak with you for a moment?
From what distance do you call, out of curiosity?
I can see that, like when it looks like they've noticed me, I'll call out.
Because you'll see them from maybe a mile off or something, and they're headed towards Acropolis, and they're kind of following the river a little bit, and you're headed that way, so you'll have plenty of time, and then when you get to within, standard shouting range, 100 feet or so, you can call out to them. And by now they will have stopped their wagon. The patriarch of the family will kind of step out in front of it. Not sure who you are yet, so he's kind of standing out there to defend his family. You notice he is only armed with like a dagger, and it's like at his side. It's not in his hand or anything. And he'll walk forward a little bit and give you a bit of a grunt. This is while we're in the tile above you, actually. Hey there. What brings you out this way? He says, a little hesitant.
I'm going into the plains to look for adventure. Can I ask where you've traveled from?
Yeah, we've come from Hearthome.
Ah, good. It's down the river? Up the river?
Uh-huh. Yeah, what sort of adventure are you seeking?
Enlightenment. We seek respite from this valley.
What valley?
Acropolis. It's a valley. It's within a long valley.
Oh, is it? We haven't been yet.
That's I've just spent a lot of time. It feels like I've spent my whole life there.
I get you. Feel like I've spent my whole life walking across the plain.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How is it? Dangerous?
Nah, it's not too bad. Kind of a pain in the ass to move a wagon. What's it like in Acropolis and its surrounding valley? A lot of... you look like an armed man. Is it dangerous? Lots of war going on?
The end of the valley, there's a large dark forest with many ogres. Myself and my colleagues, though, we do our best to defend the valley from their incursions. But things have died down now that the weather's turned. So I'm taking a vacation, if you will. Seeing what else is out there. I wonder, did you run into anything? Did you see anything else on the plain that's interesting? Any buildings or temples or
No.
anything of notes? No, just
A couple
grass.
of villages near Hearthhome. But between here and there, not much. Some large animals. Some weird flying things. Don't know what they are yet.
Interesting. Well, if I see one, I'll try and kill it. Perhaps.
You think you could? A flying thing? How strong are you?
I don't know. Depends how big the flying thing is. Only flying things I've ever seen are birds. They're not that big.
Do you think perhaps you would be willing to trade for some food? We haven't had anything to eat in a little while. Kids are going hungry.
You're only about a day from Acropolis, so that's good news. But I look around. Is there any berries around? We're on the edge of the river.
Nah.
Had I passed any up to this point? I mean, I do have good berries, so I didn't say anything. But if it's not too far back, I could track back, or maybe I just grab them.
Yeah, there were some berries, but they're like a couple miles away now. Yeah.
I'll reach into my pack and give this guy one of my 2 rations.
Yeah, he looks at the food that you begin to pull out and goes, "Oh, that's not too bad."
Not too bad. This is half of all my food.
You don't have any meat?
I'm afraid not, friend.
Well, that's all right.
You're a day away from town. You'll be there soon.
Oh, I think we've got a source of meat right here, he says, as his face elongates, taking
fuck?
on the shape of a wolf-human hybrid, giving
Take
a
my Russian
low
back.
growl and launching himself at you.
All right. Is he getting a surprise round here, or?
Yeah, roll me a d10 and see if you're surprised. Is that a 1?
No,
It's a 4. Okay, I can't read. You are maybe taken a little bit aback by this, but I don't think you're outright like combat surprised. The transformation from human to werewolf hybrid form takes a moment, and during that time, you're able to gather your wits about you. So let us roll initiative.
Is he actually a werewolf?
Could be an illusion. You know, Nyx brings you all sorts of crazy, weird illusions. Can you really trust your eyes if you're not even seeing?
I guess I don't know what.
Wait, are we even seeing if we can't trust our eyes? What's the quote? There's some hilarious quote from Will Smith's son about trusting eyes and seeing that I can't remember.
Do all of them turn, or just him?
I'm sorry, say what?
Do all of them turn, or just him?
Just the one at the front. How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? Damn it. It was not what I thought it was. Okay.
All right, initiative.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get myself a werewolf token so we can eat your face off.
I don't think I can earn.
All right, here we go. Werewolf token. And monsters?
Sure, it's not a jackal.
It could be a jackal were.
That would be nice. Although I still think I can't kill one of them.
Okay, so we got and this of this. All right, you should be able to see, and no, you cannot see the HP bar.
No.
Here we go. Now you should see it. No? Yes, perfect.
I can see half of it.
Yeah, that's all right. You only need half of it, right?
Yeah, sure. All right, guess I'm defending the valley in the other direction. I roll for remove fear.
Okay.
I mean, cause fear. Cause fear.
Cause fear. And this creature will roll for natural attack with a 7 on the initiative. And you roll with a 6. Excellent. You go first.
All right. Let's see. It's just verbal and somatic, so I guess I point my finger at it and say, "You will flee before me, beast."
And the werewolf will rake a saving throw, a 12. I don't think is a pass. I think they use fighter saves, so his saving throw is definitely not a 12. Fear grips the heart of the werewolf. In what form does this fear take?
The same fear that I see, so it's just like it seems like a long, dark corridor with like a gloomy forest at the end, and then just what's Feroci's symbol? It's just like a V, right?
Mm-hmm. Like a bottom of a spear being driven into the ground.
So it's just like the face of a sort of woman laughing. Deep from within the forest, you can just hear the laughter. It overwhelms his vision.
Yeah. Well, this sets in. The creature hesitates with his attack, turns tail, and begins to bolt on his turn, changing from hybrid to full wolf form and bounding away. How long does this fear spell last?
D4 rounds.
Oof. It could be fantastic or absolutely terrible. Let's see.
3 rounds.
That's pretty good. The wolf bounds away past his partner and their children in the wagon, leaving the mother to shift forms and come at you the second round. She is not going to leave her children undefended against this monster. Besides, they're so very hungry, and if he's not going to provide for the children, she must provide for the children.
Okay.
Yes. They need that food.
Does she attack me this round?
Well, no, she's going to roll into initiative next round. So Let's roll for it. Ooh, she goes slow. It takes her a moment to see her partner. I don't know if werewolves are married. I don't think they have like marriage ceremonies. So husband is almost a misnomer. But you know, her wolf partner, her husband.
All right, I cast
13.
Yeah, I reach into my bag. Oh no, I don't. I just grab hold of my holy symbol and mutter the arcane words to entangle, and I want to hit her and the children all with the entangle spell.
She and the children are on the cart still, but you can entangle the area below the cart, so when they hop off, yeah. Perfect. All right, well, you win with an entangle spell. You win initiative. The whole area around the cart begins to twist and grab. It grabs at the cart leg, the wheels. It grabs at the ox, who begins to panic a little bit as the grasses take hold of his hooves. The woman leaps from the wagon in hybrid form, makes a saving throw versus spell. A 16 is a pass. And I think that pass means she can spend her whole round getting to the edge. Is that how it goes?
Let me have a look.
A creature that rolls a successful save can escape the area, moving at only 10 feet per round until out of the area. Ooh.
It's a 40-foot cube, so...
So if she were in the dead center, it would be 20 feet. She's probably not in the dead center, so about a round and a half, we'll call it. Yeah, she'll move and then spend half her movement getting out, and then probably the second half getting to you. So about 2 rounds of trappement. She starts ripping at the grasses, pulling at it, the will to defend or feed her children, driving her to overcome the power of Malchus, god of chaos. Out of curiosity, how do you think these wolves are aligned, these werewolves? Who do you think their deity is?
Veracity, probably. I don't know. I don't think Abbadon would. I think you just assume Veracity. Maybe it's... although I have just spent some time researching all the gods. Let me have a little look. I guess it could be. I mean, Veracity makes sense. Death and destruction. It could be Ponos or Terrasa. Can't see it being anyone else.
Okay.
All right. Next round.
Yes. So she spends this round and gets to 5 feet from the end because this is her round. So she'll spend the next round moving for certain, at least, and she'll roll a 12 on initiative. These are terrible rolls, and you will.
I'm casting Battle Fate.
You tie initiative. Malchus will bless you with Battle Fate, which tell us what Battle Fate does.
So it's kind of random. It alters probability to favor the character. His opponent may stumble at an awkward time. A clumsy parry might catch the enemy's weapon at just the right angle, etc., etc. So as you level up, it gives a higher bonus. So at 4th level, it gives me a +2 bonus, and I roll a d6 to see what it does. So on a 1, it does no effect. On a 2, it gives me +2 AC. On a 3, it gives me +2 saves. On a 4, it gives me +2 to attack. 5, +2 damage. And on 6, you get an extra attack and a +2 to either attack or damage, my choice.
Nice. Okay.
Hopefully I don't roll a 1 or a 3.
Yeah, so she spends this round breaking out of the entanglement and leaping towards you. She cannot make an actual action this round, but she will get to close with you.
I get +2 to attack from Battle Fate.
Okay. And let's roll initiative then. It changes round. So this +2 is for the round in which you cast it, or for the next round?
Oh, I think it's just for the whole spell. I think it's like you cast the spell and it gives you. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, the exact form of the aid varies from round to round.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's +2 to hit for this next round then.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. It's interesting that it changes every round. Okay. All right, so she'll be climbing to the edge of the entangle this round. Her husband's probably coming back.
She got halfway through the entangle the round that you cast it, and then the round you cast Battle Fate was her breaking all the way out of it.
Oh, okay, so she's out now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so initiative. Hope that my weapon can hit them. If not, I'll have to run away. Did the other one change into a wolf or a jackal? Oh,
the other one turned into a full-fledged wolf and bounded across the plains. This will be his last round of running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Our werewolf will go at 5 initiative. So good. So fast. So ready to eat your flesh.
I get a 12.
Yes. In hybrid form, she leaps on you with a nasty growl, ready to rip you end from end. With a 14 to hit.
No good.
Her teeth and claws land on your armor, doing no damage to you. You manage to shrug her off enough to make your flail attack.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that I'm counting the facts. I'm level 4 now, so yeah, +2, right?
Mm-hmm. So 2 from level, 2 from spell.
So should be rolling a +4 for melee. Oh yeah, it's right. 10? Nope.
No good. Your flail collides with the side of her body. It kind of moves with her. She rolls with the blow away from you, circles around, and off in the distance, you can hear her signaling to you that the other werewolf has broken out of his fear and is probably on his way back or something. Who knows what he's going to do, but his fear has been broken. He can now howl appropriately.
Should take him 3 rounds to get back, though.
It'll take him 3 rounds to get back, yes.
Okay.
Initiative. 8 for our werewolf. You don't have a magic weapon, do you? Or a silver weapon?
No.
You're vaguely aware of werewolves as a concept.
Oh, I am I? Okay.
Vaguely. You're a cleric of Malchus. He's imbued you with a certain amount of knowledge. You might not ever have thought about a werewolf before, but now that you're facing one, there's like this information trickling in your mind as if you're actively remembering it for the first time that oh yeah, these strange creatures, they have some sort of resistance to these things. They heal the damage that they take very quickly if it's not magic or silver. It's not total immunity, but it's they'll heal at X HP per round if the damage just doesn't come from one of these other sources. And go ahead and roll your battle fate, please.
Okay. So without Shillelagh, I'm kind of look here. Okay, no effect this round.
Uh-oh.
I cast Command.
Ooh.
With an 8.
Ooh, tied initiative. What do you command her to do?
Collapse. No,
Okay.
wait. How do I... I'm trying to think of a way to make it go back into the entangle spell. It's like its back is to the entangle, right?
Yeah, she's between you and the children. Always between you and the children.
Okay, back off. That's one word. I'll say back off.
That's
Retreat then. Retreat.
okay. There we go. Love it. So she will make her claw attack at you at the same time you tell her to retreat. The spells will go off. She will score a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And you will tell her to retreat, and she will then, after sinking her teeth into your arm for 2d4 damage, she will retreat into the entangle zone. 1, 2. She will deal you 5 points of damage. And then she will run. She will retreat into the entangle zone next to the wolf. She'll get another saving throw versus spell. And she'll pass it, so she'll start to make some headway towards the children, howling, growling as she goes. And this will give you some free time. You'll have at least one round in which one wolf is entangled, the other wolf is running back, and you're kind of free-ish. What are you going to do for your one free round?
It's like 20 miles back to town. There was nothing between here and there, right?
There's some mountains, some terrain.
Yeah.
No, there's like some villages, maybe 10 miles away.
All right, I'm going to try and retreat into the mountains.
Ah. Okay.
Because
So
I can't swim, right? I'm wearing chainmail. I'd sink if I went into the river.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I try and retreat into the hills, into the mountains, and try and get away from them in this spare round.
Morale, steady, and the morale modifiers. How are they going to pursue? 'Cause they don't want. No one's going to abandon the children, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, they're good parents, even if they're evil creatures. They're still, really good parents. So the mother will not leave the children. The father might come and chase after you, but it'll take him a little bit to get here. So he is facing a spellcaster. So let's see. They roll not abandoned. Spellcaster. Opposing a spellcaster is a -2 to their morale. No enemy slain is -2 to the morale. Yeah, they will let you flee. Let you flee.
All right. But I think, narratively, right, I don't really turn back to look until I'm well into the hills here. So I'll keep running into the hills, and I'm envisioning, what was it called when Jesus walked through the desert for 40 days? I'm going to do that.
Jesus walked through the desert for 40 days?
Didn't he, yeah?
Did you mean Moses for like 40 years?
I think I mean Jesus.
Oh man, I don't know my Christian lore.
But like, I'm gonna go like wandering through the mountains, and maybe it'll be some sort of like an odyssey, like a religious experience. So I will run until night falls, and I will probably make it some way into the mountains before I see the sun starting to set, and I will climb atop the closest peak that I can see. Just like the top of whatever hill is closest or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take off my holy symbol and put it down on the grass, and I'll put my little halfling's feet next to it, and I will say my prayers, but through casting the chant spell. So it does some stuff, but I'm just
Sure.
mostly reading the first line here.
Well, why don't we take our break right here, and we can do your mountain adventure on the other side of it. With a little bit more springtime for Abbadon on the other side of the break. Bye-bye.